back for some more Overwatch. Right now we're watching St. Clair College versus Cottey College. What do you think of these lineups, Sox?
I think after St. Clair's dominant performance on Oasis, we're gonna look for another dominant one on Junkertown. It being a, oh, I'm forgetting the word for it, Commander, and I swear I know it. A payload map where the team just has to push the payload to specific checkpoints. They just have to make sure that cart gets to where it needs to be.
We know our St. Clair College boys really like Junkertown. They rave about it all the time, so.
Oh, always. It's, I would say, one of their favorite maps. And
Sure.
I've seen Prince Wada when he plays DPS. He tends to play a lot of Junkrat, and you know, he gets a little excitable when he's on Junkertown as Junkrat. You know,
For sure. The map is, well, literally made for Junkrat, so we won't see a Junkrat on the side of either team this time, but maybe we'll see it on the second half.
You never know. It is also a very good Widowmaker map because there's a lot of like high points for her to perch on, and like many different locations for her to grapple to, for her to get a good line of sight. And there's only very specific places where the enemy team and the attacking team and the defending team can hide. So it looks like it's going to be Demi 2K versus Strider in this Widowmaker sort of duel over the high ground. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top.
We see both Available and Strider on sniper characters for this this map here. So Demi 2K has to really watch to make sure that she's not getting sniped by either one of them at any time.
And it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially with Available on the Hanzo and able to put sonic arrows in specific locations. So we see St. Clair is holding incredibly close, and they can do this because they have the Reinhardt and they have Available sonic arrow, which just tells them exactly where the enemy team is at any given moment.
It looks like St. Clair is really not letting out Cottey College at all from spawn. You saw them do this on Havana last week. They just kept the enemy team in spawn, in Arkansas, I do believe, would not let them out. So we've seen before they're good at this.
Oh, it's true. And even when St. Clair eventually fell, they managed, because they held them so close, they managed to have another fight in them before they would reach that first checkpoint, because the amount of time it takes to push the payload and for them to respawn, it balances out.
For sure.
Ooh, Available getting a spicy kill on Unadulterated Sky.
Available is getting a lot of kills right early into this match here.
It's fun to see Prince Wada on his comfort character. He is a Reinhardt main, and we've seen him playing a lot of Winston, and what an insane shatter! I dare say, if a 6-man, a 5-man, either way, it's a good present for the birthday boy.
Wow, yeah. Happy birthday, Prince Wada. Birthday shatter for you.
Whew.
That.
I'm really hoping that Cottey College can push past here, even if it means they have to go out a different entrance. There are 2 other ways that they can eventually exit this map, but it looks like Available is making sure that that's not an option.
Wow, and Seymour has grab ready here too, so if they manage to get out of spawn even a few meters, he'll probably pop it and they'll just take it right back. So Cottey College really needs to watch out for those ultimates, as Justin and Seymour both have ults and Apostles coming up on his.
Strider popping walls, so now they know exactly where Cottey College is and where they're going to try to come out of. It does look like they're giving them a little bit of space, though. It does look like they're letting them out of spawn as we see them push the payload. Just 9.13 meters.
Feels like Seymour might ult here. Oh, and he does, and he captures 3 people in his ult and kills 2 of them in the process.
You called it, and he did it. Are you a mind reader? A psychic of some kind, Commander?
Oh, I've seen him play before, and I know he likes to go for those tricky plays.
Oh, just, ooh, Prince
Wada
Wada getting hooked. He dropped his shield for a second, and all of a sudden he was face to face with a Roadhog.
Wow.
Strider picking off Silken Stars as well. It looks like they let them get out for a little bit, and then decided, no, you need to go back into spawn. Not today. Not here. Not now.
Oh, Prince Wada with another shatter, and multiple ults on side of St. Clair. I don't even know how many ults that was. I think that was 3 or 4. Too many to keep track of there. But it looks like Cottey College is going to send out Bob and try to make one final push here for the last 20 seconds of the round. But it looks like St. Clair College is shutting that down before it can even happen yet again. As Seymour eliminates on an altered... I don't even know now at this point. There's just so much happening.
Everybody's getting a kill. Prince Awada's getting a kill. Strider's getting a kill. Yustin's getting a kill. It's a slaughter here on Junkertown defense. But overtime does trigger, but with Seymour's grab, it looks like it's very short-lived.
And it looks like St. Clair's going to take round 1 there.
Very, very dominant defense for St. Clair.
For sure.
It also means they only have to push it 9.13 meters to win this map.
Cottey College is going to need to really hold on to that point and defend up close like St. Clair was to even have a chance at making sure this payload doesn't go further than they had it before.
It's very true. Getting a bunker comp and setting it up really close to where we saw St. Clair holding, close to those first doors there. So it used to work with Reinhardt, Orisa, Bastion, Widowmaker. I'm probably getting the second DPS wrong, but then a Mercy and a Baptiste. And you could just kind of set up there and just absolutely decimate on defense.
For sure.
We see Seymour rolling around in spawn. Ball is an interesting pick, but I guess if you want to go in and disrupt whatever setup Cottey College has, Ball is a good pick to do that.
For sure. I think he's going to roll around that payload there and try to knock them off, because all he needs to do is push it just a few meters, so if he can push them off the payload for a second, they might be able to cap with just that.
Very true. It's an interesting composition of Hog and Diva to try to hold close here for Cottey College. It's going to be interesting to see how they fare against Prince Wada's Hog.
For sure. Ooh. Oh, it looks like there's a May wall going off from Available to try to block that damage.
Cottey College, somebody needs to touch, and unfortunately,
St. Clair wins the second game on Junkertown.
Cottey College needed to hold up close. They needed to stay near the payload or near the spawn doors, and they just gave up a little bit too much space in that instance. And St. Clair, all they had to do was move it, like I said, 9.13 meters. They just had to move it just a little bit, and backing up the way that Cottey College did gave St. Clair all the space they needed without needing to get the kills to complete that.
For sure. I thought for sure we'd see a Reinhardt or something to swing at those doors, but I was wrong.
No.
The Diva Hog was a good idea, but it looked like it was too little too late for Cottey College.
I think if they had held closer and tried to get a lot of early picks off, it would have worked a little bit better. But with the May we saw from St. Clair, they could wall off Hog so he wouldn't be able to get a hook in, and they could just walk up and take that payload. Cottey College needed to play, I think, a little bit brawlier to match St. Clair, to hold them a little bit closer. I like the Brig pick from Cottey College, but it just, where they were positioned and where they were holding didn't work out against the composition that St. Clair was holding.
Yeah, and Brig really had no one to kind of backpack there. As usually Brig would go off of a Rhine or maybe more of a shield tank like Sigma, but they didn't really have anybody for her to kind of build off of, so it was really her on her own, and I guess it just didn't work out this time. But there still is another 3 games potentially, so they could make a comeback here and do a full reverse sweep.
We could see the beginnings of a reverse sweep, like you said, and I've got my fingers crossed. I've got my hopes reasonably set, but I think we might be seeing a very, very dominant clean sweep from St. Clair College today, and
yeah,
they deserve it.
Yeah,
they deserve it. Just before this cast, they were running drills. They were running movement drills to make sure that they were moving together and working together as a team. And you can see that kind of dedication and effort that they put in these games. It's mind-blowing.
They play together almost every day, every week for at least an hour or 2 at a time. I know they scrim a lot on weekends, and then they have 3 games during the week. So they're really putting in the work, and it shows like the difference between just a few months ago when they were putting the team together to now is night and day.
And it's going to be so interesting to see where they take it, because they're going to eventually, I think, come across a team where they're going to have a hard time with them. And I don't know about you, Commanda, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the day that they struggle just a little bit.
I'd
To
like to see
see
a
the
St. Clair rivalry.
sweats drip down their brow. Yeah, a St. Clair rivalry with somebody to take up the gauntlet and face off against our boys.
Yeah, right now they are undefeated for their UCEA season. Or
For the preseason, yes, they won both their preseason games for UCEA,
so
and
it'd be
it
nice
was yeah, see that again in NACE, a dominant NACE performance.
for sure.
And there are a lot of different schools that are in there, and I did a little bit of peeking at who they could potentially play against, and there are some of them to look out for, but you know,
For sure.
spoilers.
Saints better not get not too cocky here, as they're going to be playing up against a lot of skilled teams this semester. But right now we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.